Hi, I'm Wiley Sharp with Denison Yachting here in the beautiful Virgin Islands, and today I want to do a quick video on how to properly anchor a catamaran. Just like any maneuver you do on a boat, it's important to go in and be prepared and plan ahead so you know exactly what and where you're going. So the first thing I do is I look at the chart, I look at the wind, I look at the current, and decide where is the best place for us to put the boat. Today, my wife and we decided to anchor in the channel between the two Hans Lalik Islands just off the north side of St. Thomas. So I looked at the chart, the weather was coming out of the east, so we ended up dropping the pick right here. And once we established where we wanted to anchor the boat, then my wife went down to the deck and double checked all the anchor gear to make sure everything was properly set up. As we start getting close to the place we're going to drop the anchor, it's absolutely critical that you've got your communication in line. If you can't communicate clearly with each other, then it's going to be impossible to drop the anchor smoothly. So as we get up to the spot, I'll motion to Laura and let her know that we're in the area, that I want to drop the anchor, and tell me to look for a nice sandy patch. Once we find a nice sandy patch, I'll stop the boat using just the throttles without touching the helm. And once she says okay, I'll tell her to drop the anchor, and we'll let out most of the scope that we're going to want to let out. Today we only let out about 3-to-1 scope because we're just going to hang out here for a couple hours. If we were going to stay here overnight, I'd want to let out at least 5-to-1 scope. So once we have the amount of chain out that we want to let out, then we'll hook up the anchor bridle. Once we have the anchor bridle hooked up, then I'll slowly back down on the boat a little bit more until all of the load is on the bridle. Once we have all the load on the bridle, then I'll apply reverse, or I'll put both engines into reverse to make sure that the anchor is properly set. Once we have the anchor properly set, then I'll double check it again, make sure everything looks good. We'll clean up the deck, and at that point in time, I'll shut the engines down and jump in the water, go for a swim, and make sure the anchor is properly buried in the seabed. So that's how I anchor a catamaran. If you have any questions on anchoring, docking, sailing, motoring, whatever it is, please don't hesitate to leave a comment down below or shoot me an email. Thanks and have a good day.